about that. I've literally got no idea what happened. Um, I was streaming fine. Sorry, I was streaming fine, guys. I've got no idea what happened. You want to hear me? Are we back? We back. We back. We back. Just quickly just check to make sure that everything is working accordingly. Yes. Awesome. Okay, so sorry about that. For everyone who was watching that the stream was abruptly cut off for some unknown reason. We are back, however, we are back live. You can watch the first part. I probably will merge the videos in the end. I post about an 8-minute brief preview before we actually got cut off. Now I'm basically just going to continue just with the preview. And shout out to Footy Live who was in. I hope you're still around. Apologies about this, and for those who obviously be watching later, I literally just don't know what happened. Anyway, let's crack on, shall we? So actually, where I was talking about a formation, a front line, and I was just basically saying how Rashford should basically be on the left, and I was talking about essentially ended with Lingard. I was talking about Lingard, and the fact that his form apparently can be explained by issues at home with his family, and so that's basically why. Sorry, that's basically why he's been poor, which I hope obviously I don't want to wish anything bad on him. It's from Raymond. It's okay, mate. Problems happen sometimes. Thanks for the understanding, guys. So I'm still, even though this channel has been going for like a few months now, I still feel like a noob to all this stuff, really. And so when things go wrong, it's especially when you're just doing the channel by yourself, it could be quite challenging, So, but I am hoping, like I said, in the future, with obviously experience, to be a bit more adaptable to this type of stuff, and obviously to bring you guys more content. Speaking of which, actually, the plan actually is tomorrow is that we're going to have a Skype phone in. So for our post-match reaction tomorrow, as part of the post-match reaction, we're going to be having phone-ins from you guys. I will put the Skype link in the description of the post-match reaction, or the email, whatever it is. And we'll have you guys phoning in basically to just basically have your opinions, have your say on everything Manchester United regarding the Everton result. So that is hopefully the plan for the first one on the channel, having phone-ins to basically just discuss, what you feel should be, how you react, obviously, to the game. Anyway, moving on. So, my rambling. So Lingard, yes, is number 10. James will obviously be on the left. Sorry, on the right. He's not a natural right winger, but he is going to play on the right for us. And I think his form has dipped a bit, but he did have a very good game against City, like most of the team did, and we need him with that pace again. And then obviously up top, number 9, Anthony Martial. Anthony Martial is one of our key players. He really, really is. And if he's fit, if he's on fire, if he's on form, then I can see us getting at least 2 goals against this Everton side. We need him and Rashford as well as Lingard to really sort of basically click, not only with themselves but also with the midfield. And if they do that, I think we've got a chance of winning this Everton game. I really, really do. It's so important that we do win this game, simply because if we win it, we close in on that top 4 by Christmas. And all I want for Christmas is a top 4. I would love top 4. I love a top 4 on Christmas time. Raymond Moore, if Haaland comes in, what will happen to Martial? Will Ollie bench him? I think the thing is you have is that Martial can also play on the left. So I think what that does give us is is you have a situation where you can alternate between the three of them. So Haaland can go up top at number 9 sometimes. Then Martial and Rashford can alternate, thereby giving Rashford some rest, which I think is important. Or you can obviously put Haaland and Martial basically alternate. So I think what it gives us is it gives us the fact that Marcus Rashford can actually get some rest on that left-hand side. And so instead of Rashford playing, Martial can play, for example, on the left, and Haaland can play up top. And that means that our options are still quite strong. So I don't think it necessarily means that Martial is going to be a bench warmer if Haaland comes. I just think it means that we can actually rotate and rest players, which actually, if everyone remembers, I think, was it the second season of Mourinho when basically Martial and Rashford were coming on as left wingers for each other. That was great. During that time, we were scoring plenty of goals, So I think you can survive without Martial and Rashford in a team, and I think that Haaland's side will be very, very good in that respect. Right, so just moving on here quickly. So Big D, Big Dunk. Big Dunk, this guy was, you see this picture of him almost like headbutting a referee. This guy was a thug. This guy, he was a thug in his play days, and he's a thug as a coach. So there's going to be no holds barred with Big D. There's going to be no holds barred at all. I expect this game to be very rough, very aggressive. And I think the United players, have to step up here. I think that the bigger players, maybe in the Maguires and the Freds, even the Wan-Bissakas, with where he is, they're gonna have to really sort of get in this Everton team space, and really make sure that they don't overwhelm us, because if they are going to overwhelm us in the midfield, it's going to be just because of pure tenacity and work rate and aggression, and not because I argue that Everton have players that are more skilled than our players. I don't think that is the case at all. I think that this Everton side, it's only one game, and the thing is, it was against Chelsea. The only thing I would say, but Chelsea seem to be on a very big. They've just lost to Bournemouth at home, so they seem to be on a run of form and a run of bad form, and so I don't know whether Everton beating Chelsea is a sign that Everton are amazing, or a sign that Chelsea are struggling and are struggling with a lack of experience, the lack of transfers, and lack of quality players. It's possibly a mixture of both, in my opinion, possibly. So yeah, it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a tough game. There's no doubt about that. But I do think that we have the players, especially the momentum, with our win against Spurs or win against Man City, and our win even against AZ Alkmaar, with that confidence. I think just like this time last year when we went on a run, and we can go on a run. We beat Everton, then we go and beat Newcastle, then Watford, and then Arsenal New Year, and before we know it, we've got a shot. So who do I think are the players are going to be key before we wrap this up? So this guy, obviously, Scott McTominay. Scott McTominay is going to be very, very, very key, very important for this team. We need him to basically click. We need, as I've already said before, Scott McTominay, second to probably Wan-Bissaka, has been United's best player this season. And although that's not really saying much, but it's clear that we missed him when he was injured. So if Scott McTominay and this guy here, Fred, can really boss, because they silenced the Man City midfield, which was very, very surprising. If they can be in sync and be on point, I think we've got this game. I get Martial, like I said, is very, very. I think Martial's goal in particular against City in the last game was truly brilliant. Beating the side post with the power that he had. I don't think anyone can deny that was a very, very, very good goal. And if Martial obviously has a lot more composure, in my opinion, than Marcus Rashford. We have Greenwood obviously on the bench, but I just think that if Anthony Martial and Marcus Rashford can link up well, then we've got this. I'm confident. I'm confident going into this game. I really, 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 really am. And so, what are my score predictions? And for guys, obviously new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. If you're going to be watching this on replay, please give us a like. Please give us a subscribe. And please post out what your match predictions are. But in my opinion, I'm going to go with a. I'm going to go with 2-0 again. 2-0 to Manchester United with Anthony Martial and once again Marcus Rashford to get in the score sheet. That's what I think my match prediction is. And let me know in the comments what your match prediction is as well. Thank you guys for watching. I really apologise about the whole mix-up with the stream before and the disruption that it caused. Like I said, we will be back tomorrow with our post-match reaction, which hopefully for the first time, assuming all connections work, will be a Skype call in. So please get tuned in to that Skype call in, and hopefully shout out to Rasmus. Say, oh man, I'm finishing the stream, and now everyone is now starting to come in. Raymond, man, if Ollie stick to the tactic used so far, we should win this game. I agree. I certainly think that the Fred and McTominay partnership is the key there. You know, it really, really is. Rasmus A, shout out. Oh, are you about to leave? I just joined. If you have any questions, please post in, Rasmus. I mean, I've given him a score prediction. I think it's going to be 2-0 to Manchester United with Martial and Rashford to score the goals. I do feel like that we can win this game. The home advantage obviously is key. As a reminder, my post-match reaction is going to be a live Skype call in. I'm going to do a brief reaction to the game and then it will hopefully be open for Skype. So stay tuned to that. Raymond Moore says 2-0 to Manchester United. That's what I think as well. But yeah, I'm quietly confident because this is where United have got to prove that it's not just against the small teams. And the thing is, Everton is not a small team. Everton did batter us at Goodison. I think it was 4-0 last season. But this is an Everton team that's, I think, still trying to find its identity. And them beating Chelsea, I don't think is necessarily a sign that they're better. But I do think that we need to be wary of Duncan Ferguson's passion merchant tactics and the aggression that he's going to tell those players to be on the field. And if they are going to be aggressive, we should outskill them, outmaneuver them, outpace them, and really get at that defence. Because the Everton defence and the Everton back line is really not that good. So we really need to run at it and cause some problems. Rasmus A, I don't know. Everton is a team that tends to sit back, so it's hard for me to imagine a win for us, sadly. Yeah. 6 people watching, like the vid if you can, like the vid. Are Everton a team that tends to sit back? I don't think you're wrong. I just think that I guess it's a difficult one. You're right. This game could go two ways. They could just sit back and just wait to counter, lob the ball up and score a goal. Or they could come at us. When I remember watching the game at Goodison, I don't remember Everton really sitting back, really. They just dominated us in our midfield. Our midfield was trash. They just tore us apart. So I'm on the assumption Everton are not going to be... I don't think Everton are going to be like a Burnley or like a Newcastle where they literally put 10 men behind the ball. Everton have enough creative players to open up a bit. So I do think that we are going to get a bit more space. And the question is just how we exploit it. Rasmus say 2-2. But of course, I would like to prove it wrong. I hope so, buddy. I hope so. I mean, and this is why I say this is our big test. Sorry, this is our big test. Because if Solskjaer does win this game, then I do see us going on a run. You know, we came for the City and Spurs game. If we win this game by breaking the team down, you know, then I can see us going on a run and hopefully picking up enough points to at least put us in a strong position for top 4 in January, and hopefully when the January transfer window comes along and we can strengthen. Speaking of January transfer window, I have posted a video about Erling Haaland to Manchester United just recently now. Give that a look in, give that a shout. Okay, guys, yeah, so that's it for today. Like I said, please like, share, and subscribe to Red Devil Studio. Stay tuned for a post-match reaction tomorrow, where we'll be having a live Skype phone-in, which should be great. I'm really interested to hear your thoughts and views for the first time on this channel, so I'm just reading them out. Follow us on Twitter at WeAreUnitedX. Have a nice evening, guys, and cheers.